Okay, to answer the question, why did they react the way they did, or why are they behaving the way they are? I feel like there's an element of intercultural relationships here. I feel like there might be a cultural difference that I wouldn't call this a misunderstanding, because a misunderstanding is when you misunderstand each other. But I feel like in this case, both sides, or all of the sides, if there are multiple sides of this situation, understand what happened. It's clear as day. I'm seeing paper documents. For some of you, this might be a legal issue. This might be a legal issue, but you're kind of feeling like, they're behaving strangely. And I feel like, okay, so I don't see any level of disrespect here. I don't see any level of disrespect. I feel like the wrong party. So I see there being a wronged party, a guilty. Okay, I see a wronged party. So the victimized party, and then there's a guilty party. But I'm reluctant to call them guilty and wronged, because I don't think this was done on purpose. I'm seeing up to 3 different cultures involved in this situation, or 3 different styles of upbringing involved in this situation. And I feel like some of you might work in a group. So, okay, so I'm seeing this situation where one person protests to another side, but the other side might consist of more than one party, and one of them is actually the one in the wrong, and the other one is the one responsible. So you could talk to the person in charge, but the person in charge is not necessarily the person responsible. Or even if you're talking to one person, one party, one company, or one representative of a company, I feel like that person, even if they were the one in the wrong, they didn't do it on purpose. And I feel like they are very hard on themselves. I'm getting this energy of somebody, or a group of people who are very hard on themselves. Culturally, they're very hard on themselves. So I'm getting kind of like, those cultures that are stereotypically very apologetic, but at the same time very polite and very disciplined, very hard on themselves. Just I'm trying not to fall into stereotypes. But there are cultures like that, right? There are cultures where people are just very, very, what's the word? Apologetic. They're very apologetic. They're easily, I feel like this person is so ashamed, and they feel so guilty over what they did, that they have basically been paralyzed into silence. If you got a non-response from this person, or this situation, or this organization, it's not because they're being rude, and it's not kind of this. You might come from a culture where if you were to receive this response from somebody from your own culture, you would automatically assume, oh my God, they're ignoring me. Oh my God, they're starting a no contact situation. Oh my God, they're disregarding me. Oh my God, they're kind of, what's that word? What's that word when they ignore you? They're giving me the cold shoulder. Oh, they're ignoring me. They're being snooty. They're ignoring me on purpose. That is not the case. I swear to God, this is not the case, because I see the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is remorse. They're very sorry for what they did. And with the 5 of Swords, I feel like something was out of their hands. Either something that was out of their hands, they're responsible for this thing, but whatever went wrong was out of their hands. They're responsible in that they are in charge, and they are responsible for overseeing what happens. But what actually happened was something that was out of their control. And it could have to do with a toxic work environment. It could be that somebody in their organization did something incompetent, and they can't speak for that person. I feel like whatever you said, I wouldn't say that it rattled them, because saying, oh, it rattled them sounds so, it sounds so dramatic. But with the nine of staffs, oh my God, I almost said stabs. With the nine of staffs, I'm seeing that they're on high alert. So they learned their lesson. If you're wondering whether they're going to repeat the same mistake because they gave you a non-reaction, you felt ignored by them, you felt like you got a non-response for them. Some of you may even feel like, oh, this person ran away from their responsibilities. They did not run away from their responsibilities. This reaction is actually a totally normal reaction for somebody who is in their work culture, in their work environment. I'm getting something like, maybe in your culture, people are very outspoken. People are very quick to demand things, but also maybe in your culture, people are very chill about their responsibilities. This person or this organization is from a work culture. This could be an entire industry. This could be a country. This could be an ethnic group. Whatever this is, they take their responsibilities very seriously. They're not running. Trust, they are not running. But with the worry in reverse, I'm getting that this was something that was out of their control. What does the warrior in reverse say? The warrior in reverse says that, yeah, it's not that they're working on it, but it's actually out of their control. So maybe this could be something like a seller. Maybe you bought something online and it was the delivery company's fault. Something happened with the logistics. Logistics probably kind of roughed up your shipping, and logistics ruined your order. The shipping took too long, and maybe you ordered perishables and they were rotten by the time they got to your door. Something like that. Something that had to do with the logistics, the way something was done, but it is out of the control of this person, and they are ashamed. They're super ashamed. The Five of Cups. And you know what's interesting about the deck I'm using? So I forgot the name of the deck, but it's got the word divine in it. And this deck features various cultures. So the deck on your upper right, I'm talking about the upper right. And the reason why I say it has something to do with logistics or a difference of culture is that at the very bottom of the deck, it was peeking out, and I pulled it out, and it turned out to be the world card. I see kind of this world situation. So this might even be a diplomatic crisis. This is kind of the energy of a diplomatic crisis, but on a smaller scale, even kind of in a private sector scale, because a diplomatic crisis is public sector, right? It's strictly public sector. It has to do with different countries, but this is kind of something smaller scale, but it has the vibe of a diplomatic crisis. And with the monk and the nun, this person feels, I recall seeing the word piety in the monk and nun card. So this person really, really does take their responsibility seriously. They beat themselves up a lot. And I feel like what you said was called for. Hopefully you said it in a polite way. What I'm really saying is not, okay, what I'm saying is that what you communicated to this person, maybe you reminded them, can you, blah, 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 XYZ happened last time I used your service. Can you ensure that that does not happen again? This person took note. Don't get me wrong. This person absolutely took note. That is what I'm getting from the monk and nun in the reverse. And what I'm getting from the nine of staffs is that they became high alert and they're ensuring that that doesn't happen again. They feel really attacked by you with the Five of Swords. And what's interesting in this deck, and I'm so sorry I got derailed while I was trying to say this, but in this particular tarot deck, the tarot deck that I'm using on the upper right side, it features many folklores from different cultures. And interestingly, the Five of Cups and the Five of Swords both feature women crying with their face covered with their hands. And that is not usually how Five of Swords and Five of Cups are depicted. So that's really interesting. I feel like the Nine of Coins is Why am I getting independence? With the Nine of Coins, I'm getting independence. I'm getting kind of like this situation where they're sophisticated at what they do. They actually do have their workplace, their system, the way they do things is usually well oiled. There might have been a change in their situation. For example, maybe they change shipping companies. Maybe they outsource a different company. They use a different vendor, and it was the vendor's fault. And they're really apologetic. They really want to. I see this energy of them wanting to say something, but they're out of words. They're lost for words. I'm hearing lost for words, lost for words, lost for words. And the mentor in the reverse is kind of this energy of them trying to consult to somebody who is better versed. They're actually behind the scenes, behind what you perceive to be non-action. Is I feel like they are consulting to somebody who is well versed in your industry, your culture, your way of thinking, your gender. You know, it could be this situation. If this is kind of a love situation, for example, and I don't specialize in love readings because I don't really have experience in love, but if this were a love situation, this could be kind of the situation where, let's say you're a heterosexual couple and you're a feminine energy and they're a masculine energy, and the masculine energy is consulting to another feminine energy, let's say a sister, a mother, an aunt, to consult how to deal with the situation. So they're actually talking to somebody well versed in your world, is what I'm getting from the World card. They're consulting to somebody who knows your culture, who knows your religion. They know the ways of your ethnic group, and they're kind of trying to find ways to resolve the issue in a way that would please you. They're very eager to please you, is what I'm getting with the Son of Cups. That's the Knight of Cups. And they're a martyr in this. They really feel beaten down, and this could be also a result of them being overworked. And maybe I'm getting, if you're a rude Karen type of person, this reading is not for you, because in this reading, I'm getting the energy of you expressing your concerns in a very polite way. And for some reason, the politeness and the kindness you're showing to this person is just making them feel even guiltier and making it worse for them. So if you're wondering, is this person ignoring me? Is this person running from their responsibility? Absolutely not. They're just trying to figure things out. You may hear from them, you may not hear from them, and trust, if you never hear from them, they are pulling strings behind the scenes, trying to please you behind the scenes, but they are too ashamed to even face you. So please show this person compassion, show this person forgiveness. They absolutely deserve it. I see this person or this organization or this group deserving your compassion and your forgiveness, because they really do regret what they did. I mean, just look at those two cards at the far right top. See, at the corner right top, look at those. If that doesn't look like somebody who regrets what they did, I don't know what that is. Okay, so I really hope this helped. Thank you for watching, and I hope this situation gets resolved and peacefully, in a peaceful manner, because we like peace around here, right? Okay, thank you. Bye.